British, French, Hungarian, Hong Kong and Japanese nationals are among 19 tourists killed in a hot air balloon crash near the Egyptian city of Luxor. The balloon was at 300 m when it caught fire and plunged into fields west of the ancient city. At least 2 people, including the balloon's pilot, are reported to have jumped out of the balloon before it crashed. Officials in Luxor say they have now banned all hot air balloon flights. Dr. Abdul Sultan of Luxor International Hospital told the BBC that 2 Britons had died. One of them was said to have undergone 5 hours of surgery in an effort to save his life, but died of his injuries. The dead also included 9 Hong Kong tourists, 4 from Japan, 2 French, 1 Hungarian and an Egyptian, Egypt's health ministry said. The pilot, who is being treated for burns, may have survived by jumping when the balloon was just 10, 15 m, 33, 49 feet, above ground, a local ballooning official told Reuters news agency. Luxor lies on the banks of the River Nile in the south of the country, and has long been a popular tourist destination. It is home to some of Egypt's most famous ancient ruins, with the temples of Karnak and Luxor in the city itself and the tombs of famed pharaohs, including Tutankhamun, in valleys nearby. The governor of Luxor, Ezzat Saad, told the BBC he wanted to send his condolences to the families of those killed and injured. "We have never seen anything quite like this in Luxor before. It is an awful thing," he said. "For the safety of the tourists and the Egyptians, I have ordered all the companies dealing with balloons to stop flights until we know exactly what happened and the reasons for it." The crash happened on one of the many dawn hot air balloon flights that give tourists an aerial view of Luxor's famous sites, such as Karnak Temple and the royal tombs in the Valley of the Kings. The balloon's operating company, Sky Cruise, said a gas cylinder exploded on board, bringing it down in sugar cane fields just west of Luxor. Cherry Tohami's balloon was landing when she heard an explosion and saw flames from a balloon above. "Our pilot told us that the balloon had hit a high-pressure electrical cable and a cylinder on board exploded," said Ms. Tohami, an Egyptian living in Kuwait who was on holiday in Luxor. People were jumping out of the balloon from about the height of a 7-story building. Ullah Mahmoud, a sales manager for the local balloon company Magic Horizon, told the Guardian newspaper that the accident happened as crews tried to anchor the balloon to the ground using ropes hanging from the basket. The ropes became entangled in the tubes leading to the gas cylinder and severed them, after which the gas was ignited, he added. "The flames were so strong that the pilot and 1 guy jumped," he said. "When they jumped, the balloon lost balance and the balloon went up again." Another witness, U.S. photographer Christopher Michel, said his balloon was just about to land when he heard an explosion and saw smoke. The area has been cordoned off by police and investigators are inspecting the charred remains of the balloon. Egypt's civil aviation minister has reportedly flown to Luxor to head the investigation into the crash. Hot air balloon crashes have happened in Luxor before. 2 British women were among 16 injured when their balloon came down after hitting a communications tower in April 2009. Balloons were grounded for 6 months after that crash while safety measures were tightened up and pilots retrained. But, says the BBC's Ali Makboul in Cairo, since the 2011 revolution that toppled President Hosni Mubarak, the rule of law is not being respected in many aspects of Egyptian life, so it has been difficult for the tourism ministry to impose its authority on sites like this. Luxor, like many other parts of Egypt, has seen a sharp downturn in visitor numbers during the 2 years since the uprising.